So let's go over what you just did. And this is some of the information that you should have gotten on your paper. So in the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, in the conspiracy, there was John Wilkes Booth is a main character in this. And so you can have something not exactly like this, but something that he conspired to kill Abraham Lincoln, but Lincoln didn't attend the play where he was supposed to be kidnapped. And the news of Lee's surrender caused Booth to change the kidnapping plot to a murder plot. He did it, why? To avenge the South and possibly keep us alive. So Lee had surrendered. The South had lost the Civil War, and maybe by killing the President of the United States, he could keep the South alive and keep the war going. Another person was George Atzerodt. He was given the task to assassinate the Vice President, Andrew Johnson, but he chickened out. He didn't go through to it, but maybe he got a sudden case of got morals and didn't do it. He lost his nerve and didn't make the attempt. Lewis Powell. Lewis Powell, if you remember, he was a guy, kind of a fit guy. He's a former Confederate soldier. He was tasked to assassinate William Seward, who was a Secretary of State. He ended up stabbing Seward in the face and neck 5 times. I told you guys that kind of was exciting and maybe would make a pretty good movie. Then he fled. He was being held by David Harold, who was holding the horses. Okay, not a big job in the conspiracy, but he was part of it. And Seward lived. Harold also helped Booth escape. Mary Surratt, she owned the boarding house. She's the mother of John Surratt. The conspirators often met there. Again, John Wilkes Booth, he may have put some of this information after he failed the kidnapping plot. He assassinated Abraham Lincoln. He snuck into the balcony where Lincoln was watching a play and fatally wounded the president using a .44 caliber Derringer pistol. And then the next morning, Lincoln passed away. So he died the following morning. To note out, Booth, Atzerodt, Powell, Harold, and Surratt were all hanged for this. The only person who got away was John Surratt, who fled the country. So he avoided being arrested and or convicted. So, all right. So a recap of this: assassination and conspiracy. What do you know? Assassination means what? Murder.
For political reasons.
What's that?
For political reasons.
It could be a political motive, a political leader, someone of greater importance in your average common man. What effect did the Lincoln winning the presidential election in '60 and '64 have on the country?
Kept the states together.
Right, so it further drove a wedge between them, right? Because the South, they were not really happy with Lincoln in the first place. Then he gets reelected, and they're really not happy. Okay? So how did slavery direct the outcome of the war?
It's what we were mainly disagreeing on, so it basically caused it.
Yeah, so there was a disagreement about slavery. The South relied upon it. They relied on slave labor to generate income, and the South didn't need it. And so that was a point between the North and the South. Did the North and the South feel the same?
No.
Obviously not. No. They had the pro-slavery and anti-slavery. And what do you think that the assassination of Lincoln would mean to the future United States?
It brought assassination into the picture because that was the first in America.
Yeah, the first time a president had ever been assassinated. He was the 16th president, by the way. The first time that a president ever was assassinated. All of a sudden, it's like presidents could be sitting ducks. They could be vulnerable. So probably a lot of things happened, right? Maybe Secret Service came along. Maybe other avenues of protecting the president. All right. So come up next. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about how will the country mend the feelings of the South as the war ends. We're no longer the United States and the Confederate States. We're back to being the United States. So we have to find a way to mend these hard feelings. Do you think former slaves will transition into freedom easily?
No.
No? Probably not. No, and they really don't. It's something new, and people don't really haven't gotten used to the idea yet. New amendments. We had a 13th was passed in '64. Lincoln was killed the following year, but then we have the 14th and the 15th amendments, which give more rights to freed slaves. They're are freed men. They're no longer slaves. Then we have what's called Reconstruction. And Reconstruction is basically how we're going to rebuild the country. The country was shattered in half between the two conflicting sides in this war over slavery, over representation in government, slave states versus free states. And so I thought this, since you guys are young, hashtag making America whole again. Okay, not great, but whole. Make us one again. So, all right. So these are just a couple of pictures. I want you to show you. These are freed men who are voting for the first time. These guys don't look like they're very happy, do they? No. And also, here is the first colored senators and representatives of the United States. All right. Hey guys, so be sure you put the conspiracy paper on page, or in your notebook on page 37. Okay. All right. Thanks.